Okay, so Aiden Ross said this.
I'll still stream on Twitch if that's what you guys want. But what I will say is this. I'm going to Kick this week. I'm going to be doing Omegle, watching live sports, watching movies, prank phone calls, doing unlimited. We can literally watch porn together. I could jerk off with you. No, I'm still celibate. But if I wanted to, we can do whatever the fuck we want. There's no terms of service over there. You guys can say whatever you want.
There are terms of service, but yeah.
My chat, nobody can get fucking banned. If you listen, if you love people and I don't, no, fuck that. If you believe some shit and you want to type that shit, say what the fuck you. I'll still stream on Twitch.
Yeah, so Aiden's moving over to Kick. He's going to stream on Kick. I mean, like, let's say this, right? He's getting banned. Watch. Well, I mean, if they ban Aiden, the problem is that, here's the thing, is if they ban Aiden Ross, a lot of other people in his community, like, obviously it's not like Kai is going to immediately go over there or something like that. But if they ban enough of those people, that whole community, they'll lose that whole community. And they'll just all move over to Kick. So, like, Twitch knows that. And, like, to be honest, the W community is probably the best thing that happened to Twitch in the last 2 years. Besides COVID. COVID was also very good for Twitch. But since COVID, the W community was the best thing that could have happened. The reason why is it brings in a completely new audience. It totally changes the demographics of the platform. It makes it to where advertising towards younger people is much more effective and efficient. It totally helps Twitch in a massive way because it actually grows their viewer base in a way that they didn't have before. Not Twitch Kick, maybe not banned, but Train will have to tell him to behave. Oh yeah, for sure. And this is the thing, right? So I saw Aiden Ross was obviously like streaming the Super Bowl and doing all kinds of other stuff. Explain the W community. The W community, so this is like a term that's just like referred to. It means like Bruce, Kai, Aiden, your age. Who am I thinking of besides that? Speed, yeah, Speed. Oh, Speed's not on Twitch. Speed's banned. Sneeko, I don't know. I think Sneeko's doing his own thing, kind of. Phantom? I don't know who Phantom is. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, I'm not sure. So loud equals funny? There's plenty of people in our community who thinks loud equals funny too. They don't have a monopoly on that. But anyway, yeah. So that's basically what the W community is. So these are people that are, you know, in general, like an actual younger audience. Because you've got to keep in mind, right? A lot of the people that started on Twitch whenever they were the same age as the W community, that was 10 years ago. So now they're, you know, 27. Now they're 31. They're thinking about like buying a mortgage. So you have like all these new 16-year-olds, new 17-year-olds that are coming in, and like they're not going to be able to relate to somebody who's like, you know, 28 years old, and they're worried about like a car payment, or they're worried about like a mortgage, or they're going to have a kid. They want to see somebody and watch somebody who's their own age. So that's why obviously like Kai, your age, and I don't know how old your age is, but I know like obviously Kai, Aiden, and Bruce, they're young guys. And that's what they appeal to, is more young guys. So that's what the W community kind of is. And they're, you know, more into like sports and just like the traditional, you know, everyday things that average American people are into. Not necessarily like video game memes, 4chan, etc. So that's kind of what the W community is, just for anybody who doesn't really know that, isn't familiar with it, etc. Basically normies. I like them a lot. I think they're great. So I don't have anything bad to say about them whatsoever, at least not as a community. Obviously, people make mistakes, but that's not the community, that's the people. So anyway, at a certain point, if Twitch bans all of the W community, they will just simply go somewhere else. That's just what's going to happen. And if Twitch bans Aiden and or Kai, because Aiden and Kai are the two biggest viewership, like, drivers to the website, or to that community, then other people will go where they go, because the viewership will trickle down and affect those people. It's kind of like building an ecosystem, is that if these people who are the people that bring viewers to the website go somewhere else, then everybody else will follow them inside of that small community. If they leave, it doesn't matter. You think it doesn't matter? You're crazy, man. Like, it absolutely, yeah. What's your take on rumors of Twitch merging with Amazon delivery? Yeah, it totally matters. Yeah, this is like millions of people leaving the platform to a competitor. And not only, like, Kick has a massive competitive advantage against Twitch. And do you want to know what that is? It's that Kick doesn't have a bunch of ads. You don't have to sit through and watch a bunch of ads. You can just go to the website, click on a stream, and watch the stream. Yet? No, it doesn't. And everything is yet. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, why is that? And right now they don't. Yeah, exactly. Isn't the content the ad? Well, I'm saying, like, compared to Twitch. Like, Ninja left Twitch and made it successfully. Ninja's channel was already dying. I mean, that's really the truth. If you look at Ninja's growth, like, look, I'll pull it up real quick. Look at this. Ninja. Look. See, this is before he left. His channel was dying. So, like, I understand some people might want to come in and, you know, like, have their, you know, their take about how, you know, like, how I'm actually wrong about this, and, like, try to bring up some counterpoint or whatever. Please educate yourself before you do so. Don't just come up with the first thing that comes to mind that sounds good, that makes you, you know, this is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to get him in this too. Yeah, so just please try to think things through a little bit more. So yeah, anyway, Shell died because he went from being Ninja, trash talking, playing games, to his corporate clean cut, no swearing gamer. It was a huge shame. No, he didn't, because he was. This is what made him, like, you are so crazy. This is why he got super popular. He got super popular because he was very clean cut. He got super popular because he was actually like a really, you know, like a really like family friendly person. Like, this is whenever he wasn't doing that. And then whenever his audience got bigger, he did that. It doesn't make any sense. APG for the kiddos, exactly. Got banned for his chat because the moderator got offended that I was writing long paragraphs. Well, I don't know what it is. People keep saying the same thing over and over. What the fuck? Well, the reason why is because people are programmed to think something, and the current programming, or the programming is more important than the reality. Even whenever they're confronted with a graph that directly disproves somebody's opinion, they will come up with a reason why that's not true. That's what it is. And so, yeah, the NPCs, basically. Well, anyway, let me get back to Kick. I'm completely going off on a tangent. Ninja doesn't really matter. The point is that, and this is also what I said before, is that the W community, what did I say? Why did I say that Mixer was not successful? I said Mixer was not successful because Mixer was not able to bring over an ecosystem. The W community is a much smaller ecosystem. So it would be a lot easier to bring viewers over from the W community than bring viewers over from the holistic Twitch ecosystem. You see what I'm saying? Let's see here. And more info. And I actually responded to this. I'm so excited to see how it plays out. Honestly, hoping Kick does well. It's fair for both streamers and viewers for there to be more competition in the live streaming space. So, there's a few posts. I think there was one on a live stream fail about this. Let me see if I can find it. And, where is it? Streaming on Kick. Okay, so there's that. I think I already watched that. Give me a second. I'm trying to find this. Oh, yeah, there it is. So they're trying to get Kai to leave and go to Kick as well. All right, yeah, these are the 3 clips.
Permanently full-time going there.
Okay, so we'll watch all 3 of them. We'll go through it all the way. So what's Twitch willing to do to make sure people don't leave? Sacrifice their integrity somehow? Yes, absolutely. Many of the W streamers have blatantly broke the TOS in the most obvious way. intentionally and repeatedly, and Twitch has done nothing about it. Because Twitch doesn't want to lose the community. Twitch cares about integrity until integrity costs more than money. Then they care about money. Just like every other company. Don't let them fool you. Let's see here. We'll watch the 3 of these. What the fuck? Just because the TOS is absurd doesn't mean integrity is at stake? That's bullshit? It absolutely is, and I'll explain why. So if you have a rule and you're applying the rule to one person, but you don't apply the rule to another person, then it calls into question your integrity. This isn't rocket science. We're not trying to fly to Mars here, okay? This is very simple common sense logic. Here we go.
I'm not permanently full-time going there. I want to feel it out, and I want to make sure my community fucks with it too. So I'll still stream on Twitch if that's what you guys want. But what I will say is this. I'm going to Kick this week. I'm going to be doing Omegle, watching live sports.
I'll just go through all 3 of them.
Watching movies.
We saw
prank phone calls. Doing unlimited. We can literally watch porn together. I can jerk off with you. No, I'm still celibate. But if I wanted to, we can do whatever the fuck we want. There's no terms of service over there. You guys can say whatever you want in my chat. Nobody can get fucking banned. If you, listen, I'm not permanently full-time going.
Bro, the people, they're loving this. They're absolutely fucking loving this. They are so happy. Look at this. Free Top G. Aiden, we love you. Oh, shit. Did you manage to visit Andrew? It's the Roth. Oh, it's... he clearly... Look, some of the people on Twitch can't really spell it. He clearly means it's the Rothschilds, right? But it's the Rothschilds, yeah. That's what he meant to say.
Prank phone calls. Doing unlimited.
They're loving it. Now, obviously, like, this is just one person spamming.
We can literally watch porn together. I can jerk off with you. No, I'm still selling.
But all I'm really trying to get at here is that, like, if you look at the community reception to his announcement, it is pretty much universally positive. People are very positive about this with Aiden moving over. Let's take a look at this one. If elected president, I'll put Kool-Aid in the water fountains. Yeah, there you go. All right, here's another one. Illegal stuff, let's go. Bro, what do you think? A 15-year-old cares about what's legal or illegal? They don't give a fuck. Like, how many of you guys watched bum fights whenever you were a kid? Me? Okay. There you go. You probably don't watch it anymore, but you did back then. Bum fights is 1,000 times worse than prank phone calls or jerking off on camera. It's like 1,000 times worse. So we're in no position to criticize the new generation here. We can admit, yes, it is wrong, but let's not pretend like this is... Let's not pretend like we don't know where this is coming from. You see what I'm saying? Like, we can say, yes, this is a bad thing. It's wrong. You shouldn't do it. But let's not pretend like, oh, wow, oh, the humanity, I can't believe this. Here we go.
Collaboration with Speed, Gideon.
Collaboration with Speed and Gideon.
Live sports, your whole community follows.
Live sports, my whole community follows. I stream the NBA.
And he's talking to Kai. This is Aiden trying to convince Kai to move over to Twitch.
NBA, NFL, whatever you want live.
Oh, sorry, I'll move over to Kick.
Movie night. Movies. You can watch Avengers, Rush Hour, all that stuff.
Okay.
Omegle.
Omegle, like I could troll.
On Omegle.
Okay, on Omegle, okay. Yo.
Prank phone calls.
So I could prank people.
You could literally call up if you wanted, like a random person restaurant, be like, hey, like, I'm on the toilet right now, taking a shit, like, come clean it up. It just that was ass.
I can literally fuck on stream.
If you wanted to, Kai, you could have bitches with their titties out. Now I don't condone that. It's haram. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but you can do whatever the fuck you want. Yes. I saw you chill with that one girl, Violet.
Like, if I had the hoes, like, you know how I usually have the hoes? Like,
yeah.
So yeah, he's trying to get him in there. And so yeah, I wouldn't think they could stream movies for very long. So what do you think about the W stuff moving away? Isn't it a net positive for you as you move over as an established streamer? Oh, I don't really give a shit. I think a lot of the Kai viewers and Aiden viewers, it's not like, you know, after Aiden Ross goes online, they want to tune in to a nice, cozy Zach Rar stream where I'm farming a pair of transmog boots that are older than they are. I'm sorry, but like, I'm not going to get a lot of overflow viewers from this. It's just not going to happen. It's not, and look, that's just how it is. That's life. Copyright, is it copyright an issue? I have no idea. I feel like it is, yeah. It's crazy that like they're just letting them do that. It's absolutely insane because they've been streaming. Well, let me go and finish this one here, okay? And then I'll talk about it. I just want to go through the clips before we can, you know, start actual commentary on this.
Told me, they said, yo, like, you know, you got to stop saying crazy shit, controversial, like, it's just fun.
Oh, this is Aiden Ross talking about what Twitch told him. Aiden Ross is talking about a conversation that he had with Twitch.
To me though, back when I was reading these comments, back when I used to push and like force these certain jokes, y'all were cool with it. But now I'm like kind of pushing this other shit, and motherfuckers want to find a way to take it down. And it's facts, bro. It's facts. Like I'm really trying to, you know, become a better version of myself and show everyone that like it's possible to fucking be the best version of yourselves. I love all of you. I want everyone to be a fucking a boss in this world and get rich as fuck and accomplish everything and conquer everything. And I've been really just trying to.
True. You know, whenever Aiden said he thought the average salary was $100,000 a year, what he really meant to say was that he wishes the average salary was $100,000 a year. W's for Aiden, boys. So true.
Put that shit in, you know, into everyone's brains, and motherfuckers are still trying to find ways to bring me down. And that's cool, you know, because when you speak the truth, that's when you're, you know, when you speak real shit, that's when like you're a target. It's true. But I'm not gonna get to that corny fucking side of things. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Point is this: I'm at risk, but they told me
I'm at risk. Yes. Yeah. I can see why. I'm in danger. So yeah, basically this isn't really a surprise to anybody. Basically what I think is gonna happen is that Kick is going to have to go through some sort of, and this is, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen in this regard, because obviously like Kick is, I'm pretty sure it's sponsored or bankrolled by Stake, and Stake is a massively powerful company. They have billions of dollars. So like how are you going to sue this company that is in some random country? What if that you can't sue them? Are you going to sue the streamers? Is that possible? What is it? I'm not really sure. So what I think is probably going to happen, and this is what the outcome is going to be, is that I actually don't think that Kick is going to stop people from streaming copyrighted content, because not even Twitch does that. And I think that ultimately companies will probably start, suing certain streamers if they're rebroadcasting something like the Super Bowl or something like that, because there's really no reason for Kick to adhere to DMCA. There's no reason for them to do that because they're not beholden to U.S. law. It doesn't matter what the U.S. law is. It could be anything. It doesn't make a difference. As long as they can't get sued or arrested for it, it's all irrelevant. I can paint a picture of Congress banning it, then you need to use a VPN. You think Congress is going to go out of their way to ban this, but not other websites? I mean, there are 100 more websites that are more harmful and dangerous than Kick, and none of them are banned. That's just not going to happen. I mean, and one big reason why is because that would require Congress to understand how the internet works. So that's done. That's not going to happen. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, there it is. Yeah, isn't Kicked on by Tranrex? Tran says he doesn't own it. I have no idea. So, yeah, websites that stream pirated stuff get taken down daily. They do, but not whenever they have a massive website like Stake behind them. I think that Stake can obviously tie up these lawsuits for a long period of time. And you have to remember that Stake views Kick as being Stake, and this is all predicated on the assumption that Kick is owned by Stake. So, all of this, Kick is a loss leader for them, because it doesn't really matter whether Kick is successful or not to the people that own it. all that matters is that Kick, if it works as a pipeline into gambling on their website. So as long as that happens, that's the only thing that really matters. And they can just make the money back. Something about U.S. law. It's the fact the U.S. government could freeze any cash connected to Kick. It's like how U.S. sanctions countries and secondary sanctioning to remove countries connected to U.S. financial system. Bro, there are a million websites in like China and Russia, like all of these countries. They're not going to sanction a country because the country is streaming copyrighted stuff. It's just not going to happen. Like, sanctions like this happen whenever there's like a massive human rights violation. They're like genociding people. And even then it usually doesn't happen. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's crazy. If you go on Kick, a highest streamer consistently is a guy that's playing slots. Yes. And that's what I think it is. The government's not going to get involved. Yes, the government's not going to get involved with this. I do not think so. It's like a 1% chance. Very low. Anyway, Kick it's not about Kick making money. It's about Kick converting people to gamblers on stake. That is the goal. So if you only think about is Kick making money or not, you're not seeing the bigger picture. The bigger picture is using Kick as an advertisement, as a pipeline into gambling and using stake. That is what the goal is. We're a generation Napster Pirate Bay and pirating everything. Now people are bitching about the new generation. I don't get it. Nobody cares about copyright. People just care about seeing someone they don't like go down or get fucked up. Nobody really gives a shit. What do you think? If people care about the copyright of the NFL Super Bowl? Nobody cares. Why does this matter? Who gives a fuck about this? No, people just don't like Aiden or Kai. And so they just want to see them go down. They want to see them get fucked over. So they're like, oh, wow, this is copyright. Well, we can't have this. But meanwhile, they're pirating shows themselves. No, they don't really give a shit about it. Like, again, people that, like, why do you ever try to find logic or, like, fucking the consistency in what people want? People are not consistent. The only thing people are consistent in is working towards their own best interest. And if you understand what their best interest is, they are never inconsistent. That's all there is to it. Yeah, a community that fosters AIDS, though. Oh, people say that about us. Yeah, I mean, I don't, that's, and again, your value judgment of the community, that's nice, okay, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like, they're still going to go out and do their own thing. I mean, this community doesn't spam swords and swastikas. There's just a bunch of edgy, stupid fucking kids. Like, there's not really a lot to it. Edgy, stupid kids, a few unhinged racists, and that's it. Nobody cares about NFL copyrights? Yeah, I think that's true. I don't think anybody here that's upset that Aiden Ross is streaming the Super Bowl, I don't think any of them actually care. I think they are just caring because they don't like him. Yeah, I actually don't think nobody gives a shit. We're free to enjoy the misfortune of others, only natural human behavior. Once again, just what I said. People don't care about copyright. Look at AI art and how no one gives a fuck. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. So anyway, just find it funny. He thinks no TOS equals illegal things aren't illegal. Yeah, I mean, like prank phone calls, I think that's not very cool. Not a fan of that. I don't care if people are jerking off on stream. It doesn't matter to me. It's completely irrelevant. Let's see, streaming movies. I'm very curious, as I said, to see how this evolves. I really just want to see what happens, to be honest. Yeah, I just want to see what happens. I don't know what it's going to be. Let's go back. I'll read the rest of these comments. Streamers only care about banning slots because they don't like Train. I think there are some streamers that felt the same way. That they dislike slots because they dislike Train, and so they wanted to ban slots because they didn't like Train. Of course, that's true. There are other people who actually don't like gambling. As I've said before, I don't think gambling should be on the platform. I've been very outspoken about that for a long period of time. I think it's harmful to not only the content creators but also the viewers. And so, yes, I don't think it's conducive to making the website better. So yeah, not a fan of gambling. Let's see here. It might be a bigger issue if you're making money off the copyright. Most people don't download illegally, don't make money from it. Yeah, that's probably true. I still don't think that people really give a shit, to be honest. But, yeah, overall, I think that the reason why they care that this person is making money is because they're jealous that that person is making money and they're not. It's actually that simple. I have a very simple, like, I apply a principle to pretty much everything that I use for my whole life. Is that the simplest answer is probably the correct one. The simplest and most obvious answer is probably that's the reason why. Now, there are some exceptions when that's not true. But I think that in general, it is. Isn't that a valid point when people use Twitch to watch people they like? Yeah. Really doesn't matter if people pirate. The rich will buy enough and sustain those who sell. Sure. Interestingly, Stake is not an owner of Kick. However, Stake's owner is an investor. Well, of course not, because they have shell companies and other types of subsidiaries that they use to disperse their level of, what do you call it, of liability. Yes, of course. I don't know what Aiden is yammering on about. They have a DMCA policy listed on their site. Yeah, they just don't enforce it, probably. Yeah, so that's it. My personal morality around copyright is I have no problem with downloading content. If I was otherwise not going to pay it, no one is harmed, therefore there's no moral issue. Well, I don't really care. I mean, like, again, I don't care if people steal things, but please don't steal something and tell me that you're doing a good thing. This is the one thing that I fucking hate. Is that people that they steal something from Walmart, they steal something from CVS or Target, and they act like, oh, it's because it's this big company, and I'm stealing from this big company, and I'm actually the right. Nah, bro, you just want the thing. Steal it if you want, but steal it with a smile, and don't try to fucking hoodwink me into thinking that you're not stealing. You're not Robin Hood. You're just Robin. That's it. Yeah, it's just like justifying. Yeah, and again, to me, like, I have no problem with with stealing. I don't care, right? It's whatever. If somebody's going to do what they're going to do. Obviously, we can't have a world where everybody steals, so it has to be against the rules. But I'm not going to lose my mind if it happens, because people are just going to do what they want to do. That's just all there is to it. It's not stealing because no one was deprived of anything unless you would have otherwise bought it. It's obviously stealing because, okay, what if everybody did that? Axeman, let's follow your line of logic with piracy. What if every single person pirated? If every single person, like, let's say a new movie comes out, every single person pirates the movie. Then those people who would have bought it, it doesn't apply. Then those are people who would have bought it and it doesn't apply. What? Amazing logic. So you only steal things, you only pirate things that you wouldn't buy? Oh my god. Oh my god, are we really gonna go? Yeah, this is the same fucking stupid shit. That is crazy. You wouldn't download a car. Yeah, you'd only sell one copy of everything. Why would anybody buy something if there's a free alternative for it? I don't understand. So if somebody says, hey, you can have this for $10 or you can get it for free. Is 3D printing stealing? I think that's a very complex topic. But, like, at the end of the day, if every single person pirates something, then it can no longer exist. Like, if every single person was using ad block on YouTube, YouTube would cease to exist. The word stealing is irrelevant to me. The effect of it is that the websites that you are using would cease to exist if everybody did that. That's all there is to it. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so then you can see why it's bad. All right, good. Unless of course you think that you're special and you have a unique, you have a unique allowance to break the rules with impunity that nobody else does, because you're special. Are you special? No, LOL. I didn't think so. Okay, good. All right, so I'm glad we had that conversation. Anyway, excited to see where Kick goes. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am kind of surprised to see people like Aiden Ross moving over. Hopefully it's good for him. I think more competition in the streaming space is good, and it would be better for viewers and also for streamers. So that's what I think. I don't really care about the copyrights of this kind of stuff. It doesn't really matter to me. None of this shit really matters. All I care about really is the content, and I think everybody else who pretends like they're caring is only saying this in order to use it as a vehicle to hate on somebody who they already don't like. So that's what I think. I'm curious to see if other people move over or not. Kick obviously has a lot of money. People said they paid Aiden Ross $150 million. I don't think that they did, but I do think they paid him at least millions of dollars. So it's very easy to say that, oh, I'd never move over. It's a lot harder to say whenever you give people money. There's no content on Twitch because you can't say anything. That's not milquetoast. You're right. And there are a lot of people that love watching edgy content. And that was the point that I made with bum fights, is that there is always a new generation of edgy 16-year-olds that want to watch the most degenerate, awful, bad content that ignores all social mores, all different types of good society, practices, everything, and they want to just completely say fuck it all, and I'm just going to watch stuff that's like massively bad, and I don't care. Small F, are we good? Okay, yeah. Point is that audience exists. And you can say it's a bad audience, sure, but it does exist. That's not just culture. That's just culture. It's not 16-year-olds. Yeah, whatever, but I'm talking about the culture here in America. I think there's a lot of them. There's enough of them for there to be a whole website. Train offered 20 to 30 million and Summit 10 million earlier on stream. There you go. You're saying you would steal whenever you feel like there's a good opportunity. So why? Maybe because you don't value good morals. You're also saying that police should get you. The reason why I don't steal things is because I don't have to. Stealing is a risk, and I don't want to put myself at risk for no reason. If you steal something, you can get arrested, you can get put in jail, you can get like a criminal record. So that's why I don't want to do that. That's the main reason. Yeah, they can shoot you, something like that. So I wouldn't want to steal because I could get in trouble, or it could be harmful to me on like a personal level. It's that simple.